Most gamblers never realize this, but casinos quietly control this part of the game. Have you ever noticed this happening to you? Comment yes or no before we continue. Former casino staff and internal systems confirm this pattern exists, not as a guarantee, not as some magic formula, but as a carefully designed structure that most players never see. The machines themselves operate on random number generators. Gaming commissions verify this. Every legitimate casino in America follows strict regulations. But that is not the full picture. Players think it is random. Casinos rely on that belief. Because while the outcomes remain mathematically unpredictable, the environment around you is not random at all. Every sound, every light sequence, every spacing between machines, designed, tested, optimized, not to rig the game, but to control how long you stay, how often you play, how deeply you commit. The system does not cheat you. It does not need to. It just makes sure you do not leave. Let me show you what casino floor staff and behavioral engineers already know. The machine behavior itself follows regulation. The random number generator cycles through billions of combinations per second. When you press that button, the outcome was determined in a microsecond. Time of day does not change this. Day of the week does not alter the math. But something else does change: the perception. Monday mornings between 6 and 9 represent a strategic window most players completely miss. Not because machines pay more, but because casino traffic patterns create conditions you can actually use. Fewer players, more machine availability, quieter floors. Your ability to observe volatility increases. You can track which machines recently paid. You can move between units without crowds blocking your analysis. Former floor managers confirm this is when they conduct maintenance cycles and observation periods. Does this mean guaranteed wins? No, it means reduced distractions and better strategic positioning. Casino employees operate on shift patterns. Morning shifts handle machine diagnostics. They run system checks. They monitor error logs. They replace paper rolls. During these windows, the floor operates differently, not in payout rates, but in atmosphere, in energy, in the behavioral momentum that drives decision-making. Late-night periods between 2 and 5 in the morning present a different dynamic. The crowd shifts, recreational players leave, serious gamblers remain. The noise drops, the visual overstimulation decreases, your mental clarity improves, you make better bankroll decisions, you recognize patterns in your own behavior that loud environments mask. Now, the second layer: near-miss programming. Regulatory bodies allow this. A near miss is when 2 jackpot symbols appear and the third lands 1 position away. Studies from behavioral psychology labs, including research published at Berkeley, show this triggers the same neural response as an actual win. Your brain releases dopamine. You feel close. You stay longer. Slot manufacturers intentionally increase near-miss frequency beyond what pure randomness would produce. This is legal. This is widespread. This is behavioral engineering. The machine pays the advertised percentage over millions of spins, but in your session, your brain is being managed, not the odds, your interpretation of the odds. Casinos do not change payout rates on the fly. That requires regulatory approval, physical machine access, and documentation. But they do not need to. They control the environment instead. Reel strips are programmed with weighted symbol distribution. Jackpot symbols appear more frequently on the first 2 reels. They appear rarely on the 3rd reel. This creates the visual experience of almost winning far more often than probability would naturally deliver. Your eyes see 2 sevens. Your brain interprets proximity to success. The reality is the 3rd reel was never going to land on that symbol, but the illusion has already fired your reward circuitry. Celebration animations extend win recognition time. Even small wins below your bet amount trigger sounds and flashing lights. The machine celebrates losses disguised as wins. You bet $5, you win $3. The machine explodes with excitement. Your brain codes this as positive reinforcement. You just lost $2, but your neurochemistry registered a reward. Lighting is calibrated to reduce time awareness. No windows, no clocks. Warm tones that relax inhibition. Studies show certain scents piped through ventilation systems increase slot play by 46%. Music tempo matches desired play speed. Faster beats during peak hours, slower rhythms during off-peak windows to encourage longer sessions. Every sense is managed. Temperature control keeps the floor at exactly 72 degrees, cool enough to maintain alertness, warm enough to feel comfortable staying seated for extended periods. Airflow is managed to eliminate stuffiness without creating drafts that might prompt players to seek different locations. Cocktail service intervals are calculated. Servers appear frequently enough to make you feel valued, infrequent enough that you do not feel interrupted. The alcohol is free, the impact on judgment is not. Impaired decision-making benefits the house edge, not through cheating, through degraded self-control. This is not gambling, this is behavioral engineering. Casino revenue does not come from rigging machines, it comes from optimizing how long you stay in the chair. The house edge is already built in. A 92% return to player rate means the casino earns 8% of every dollar cycled through that machine. They do not need to cheat, they just need volume. The longer you play, the more the math works in their favor. Veteran casino hosts are trained in engagement psychology. They identify players entering tilt states, emotional decision-making, chasing losses. They know when to offer a comp, when to send a beverage, when to create a micro-distraction that resets your mental state so you stay longer. Former employees have disclosed these training protocols in industry publications. The system reads you, then it responds. Player development teams analyze your behavioral profile. They know your average session length, your preferred denomination, your typical loss threshold before you quit. They structure offers to push you slightly beyond your normal limits. A free buffet when you usually play for 2 hours encourages you to stay for 3. A bonus slot dollar promotion when you are about to leave resets your departure decision. Volatility variance is another factor players misunderstand. High volatility slots produce fewer wins but larger payouts. Low volatility machines pay frequently but smaller amounts. Most players cannot distinguish between these types by appearance. They assume all machines operate the same way. Casinos exploit this. They cluster high volatility units near low volatility machines. A player on a cold streak moves one seat over, hits a small win, and resets their frustration cycle without realizing they just switched variance categories. The machine did not suddenly get hot. You changed systems without knowing it. Floor layout follows two competing philosophies. The older Friedman model uses maze-like designs, low ceilings, narrow walkways, intimate clusters. This traps players in sensory loops. The modern Thomas model uses open spaces, high ceilings, clear sightlines. This reduces stress and encourages higher risk bets. Both work. Both manipulate behavior, just through opposite mechanisms. Neither is about fairness. Both are about profit optimization. Here is what no one tells you. The system is not designed to let you win big and leave. It is designed to let you win small and stay. Frequent small payouts create a reinforcement loop. Behavioral studies confirm this pattern produces higher addiction rates than infrequent large payouts. The brain prefers variable reward schedules. Slot machines deliver exactly that. And they do it more efficiently than almost any other gambling format. You are not playing a game of chance. You are inside a reward delivery system built on decades of psychological research. Does this mean you cannot win? No. Variance still exists. Lucky sessions happen. But the longer you play, the more the designed environment works against your decision-making. Fatigue sets in. Judgment weakens. You stop tracking time and money accurately. This is when the casino wins. Not through the spin, through the session length. Smart players understand something critical. The machine does not care about you. The algorithm does not target you, but the environment does. It targets your attention, your emotion, your perception of time and probability. It does not need to control the outcome. It just needs to control how long you stay exposed to the house edge. This does not beat the casino. It stops the casino from beating you blindly. Do you want part 2, where we expose the next layer? Should I continue this series? Comment system if you're ready for the next revelation. Progressive jackpots create another illusion. The displayed amount climbs. It looks more valuable. It feels like the machine is due. But the probability of hitting that jackpot does not increase as the number grows. The odds remain static. What changes is your perception of value and your willingness to justify extended play. Casino systems engineers have confirmed this in gaming industry white papers. The number gets bigger, your discipline gets smaller. This is only the surface. The deeper system is even darker.